The deep silence since 2007 was broken on the Fiorano asphalt by the roar of the SF-26's engine. Last Friday, Ferrari did more than just unveil a new car. It announced to the world the most radical project Maranello has ever developed to end its 20-year title drought. The SF-26 is the most anticipated car on the grid because this time, Ferrari didn't just choose evolution, they opted for a massive 99% overhaul of the car. The 2026 regulations featuring shorter, narrower, and lighter cars provided Ferrari engineers with a blank sheet opportunity. In this video, we will analyze why the SF-26 is being called a championship machine, from Lewis Hamilton's influence on the braking system to the compact engine architecture. If you want to move away from F1 gossip and enter the world of pure engineering and strategy, it's time to join the F1 Perspective team. Subscribe to follow the paddock's deepest data with us in this technical revolution, because on the path to the championship, every millimeter and every data point is vital. With the SF-26, Ferrari took a radical path, effectively discarding almost its entire mechanical legacy from 2025. While some hidden mechanical parts remain similar, the aero and chassis architecture is 99% new. At the heart of this change lies an ultra-compact engine design shaped by the demands of the aero department. Ferrari engineers designed the cooling system with such efficient and small packaging that the engine cover features one of the narrowest Coke bottle structures in the paddock. This narrow design ensures that airflow reaches the rear wing and diffuser in a much cleaner, turbulence-free manner. While rivals are still trying to balance cooling capacity with aerodynamic drag, Ferrari seems to have won this battle on paper with its compact layout. Compact design doesn't just mean speed, it means optimizing the car's center of gravity by providing a packaging advantage in the narrower 2026 chassis. This proves Ferrari is not just an engine manufacturer but a design genius that makes the engine a slave to aerodynamics. The most striking mechanical change in the SF-26 is Ferrari abandoning the traditional pull rod system to adopt pushrod suspension geometry on both the front and rear axles. This choice is not just a mechanical shift but a pure aerodynamic strategy. The positioning of the pushrod arms directs the airflow from the front wing to the side pod inlets and the underfloor venturi ducts at a much more efficient angle. Furthermore, moving the front wheels forward by a few millimeters to gain an aero advantage has completely optimized the airflow's journey over the chassis. This geometric change ensures that turbulent wake from the wheels is pushed away from the car's critical aero zones. Ferrari chose this independent path after thousands of hours of wind tunnel testing, and this system is not expected to change during testing because it is a fundamental building block defining the car's character. The pushrod system also offers Ferrari a wider operating window for mechanical reliability and tuning precision, allowing them to quickly optimize the car's character across different track types. Ferrari's development strategy for the 2026 season is built on a very rational and gradual plan. They will hit the Barcelona tests with what is called an A-spec car, simple and focused on reliability. The main goal there is not performance but checking the harmony between mechanical parts, validating wind tunnel data and covering thousands of kilometers for durability. The rear wing and aero parts we see in Barcelona will likely be the most basic version of the season. However, the real excitement begins with the Bahrain tests. In Bahrain, the first aero updates and power unit optimizations will be added to the car. By the time the first race in Melbourne arrives, the car's main package will be fully revealed. This simple to complex path aims to minimize reliability issues at the start of the season. While some teams choose to bring a B-spec or final version directly to Barcelona, Ferrari's priority is ensuring everything works in harmony. This strategy will ensure that the performance updates Ferrari brings throughout the season are built on a solid foundation, avoiding the unexpected technical failures rivals might face. In the 2026 rules, the biggest nightmare for teams is reaching the 768 kg minimum weight limit. Rumors suggest that while most teams remain 10 kg over this limit, Ferrari has managed to keep the SF-26 just a few kilograms over the minimum. This is one of the biggest advantages to have at the start of the season. While rivals spend updates just to shed weight, Ferrari can focus directly on developing performance-oriented parts. On the mechanical side, with Lewis Hamilton joining the team, a critical decision for continuity in the braking system was made. It was a matter of curiosity how Hamilton would adapt to Ferrari's 50-year partner Brembo after using carbon industry brakes at Mercedes. However, based on tests and Hamilton's feedback, the decision to stay with Brembo was finalized, and the brake feel was optimized according to the driver's needs. Hamilton stopping on the start-finish straight during the Fiorano shakedown wasn't an issue, but a deliberate stop-start test for data collection. Every second, every stop was used to test the synchronization of the new Brembo brakes and the hybrid system. Ferrari's readiness in weight and mechanical components could give them a lighter and more agile start than their competitors. While Ferrari focuses on its own path, the situation among rivals is quite murky. Mercedes unveiled the new W17 with Adidas sponsorship and an impressive livery, but the real storm is brewing on the engine side. Although the FIA set the compression ratio at 16.1 for 2026, there is serious speculation that Mercedes and Red Bull powertrains comply with the rule in static tests, but increase this ratio at high temperatures on track. Ferrari and other manufacturers are quite unsettled by this, and complaints to the FIA continue. This technical loophole could give Mercedes a major advantage on the straights, but Ferrari's own compact engine design and efficient cooling system stand as a ready answer to this battle. Against its rivals searching grey areas, Ferrari has managed to align its wind tunnel and on-track data 100%. The fact that the SF-26 faced no mechanical issues during the Fiorano shakedown was an answer to Mercedes' error-free 70-lap run at Silverstone. 2026 won't just be a battle of drivers, it will be a massive chess match of how engineers fill the gaps in FIA rules, and Ferrari has placed its pawns very strategically in this match. The most critical change in the 2026 engine regulations is the removal of the MGU-H and the increase of electrical power to 350 kilowatt. Ferrari's new power unit developed for the SF-26 was completely redesigned to meet this massive electrical demand. The narrow design on the engine side is not just an aero choice, but also aims to position the hybrid system components closer to the car's center of gravity. Ferrari engineers developed a new software architecture capable of optimizing the MGU-K's energy storage and deployment cycles according to microsectors on the track. This system can meet the driver's instant torque needs on start-finish straights or corner exits without increasing aero drag. During the Fiorano tests, Hamilton and Leclerc's stop-start runs on the straight were vital for testing battery harvesting speed and the initial electrical thrust. Ferrari's compact cooling system will prevent battery cells from overheating, even in the most aggressive discharge modes, providing drivers with more consistent electrical support throughout the race. This hybrid balance will determine which team suffers the least from derating issues in 2026, and Ferrari looks quite ambitious in this regard. All the technical data, wind tunnel correlations, and the initial signals from Fiorano indicate that Ferrari is truly preparing differently this time. The SF-26 is not just a car compliant with the 2026 rules, it is an engineering marvel capable of bending those rules in its favor. Ferrari's 99% renewed chassis, pushrod suspension choice, compact engine design, and weight advantage make them the strongest title contenders at the start of the season. Of course, the engine speculations regarding Mercedes and Red Bull's post-Newey response remain question marks. However, for the first time in 20 years, Ferrari is entering a season so ready, light, and determined. The Barcelona test starting on January 26th will be the first real evidence of these claims on track. Will Ferrari's reliability-focused plan prevail, or will the aggressive aero packages of their rivals? The pieces on the strategy board have settled. Now it's time for the drivers in those famous red suits to climb the top step of the podium. For Ferrari fans, the wait might be nearly over, because this isn't just a car launch, it's a ticket back to Maranello's golden age. See you in our next technical analysis. Safe exits from the pit.